Glaciers play a crucial role in the lives of humans and animals. Glaciers establish very valuable resources that humans and animals can use, such as fresh water. And these people and animals heavily depend on this for survival. Glaciers, unfortunately, are declining at a rapid rate, which is affecting this survival. Today, I will dive into the importance of glaciers by discussing what exactly is a glacier, how they melt, the impact global warming has on glaciers, and issues that result from the decline of glaciers. I am Brett Wilner, and today we will be diving into glaciation and how climate change impacts glaciers. So what exactly is a glacier? So according to nationalgeographic.org, a glacier is a huge mass of ice that moves slowly over land over time, and it takes quite a while. So how and why does a glacier melt? So the rising in temperatures are caused by industrialization, so the burning of fossil fuels and the burning of coal. And when warm temperatures force the ice to melt faster, that causes the global warming. The ice liquefies into water, then flows into rivers and streams, creating our fresh drinking water. And according to helpadventure.com, how do glaciers melt? We have the zonage of wastage, which means when melting is greater than snow, and it creates the net loss of a glacier. So more about how and why a glacier melts. So when glaciers melt, they completely become exposed, 20% heat from the sun. But when the earth becomes exposed to the glacier, 80% heat comes from it and temperature rises more, forming the global warming. So the more global warming there is, the faster elimination of glaciers. So we're trying to prevent global warming so we could keep these glaciers around. And this is according to slideshare.net, glacier melting. So what is global warming? So it's obviously the rise in temperature of the Earth's atmosphere. It leads to variations in climate change, and the greenhouse effect impacts temperature. So warmer ocean water and pollution in air. So this affects both humans and animals in a negative effect and way. So we are trying again to prevent global warming from occurring. So there's multiple issues that also are involved when glaciers are declining. So one is the issue of fresh water shortage. So when glaciers are decreasing, the glaciers create fresh drinking water in lakes and rivers that humans and animals around the glacier depend on heavily. So the human population depends on this for survival, and the glacier decline is equals the fresh water shortage. So the majority of the fresh water comes from these glaciers, and people depend on it so much because salt water is not an option in the oceans, and they have to drink this fresh water. So if the fresh water is not there, then these humans cannot possibly survive, or animals. So another issue more for the human side is reduced agriculture. So certain agricultural areas depend on melting water from glaciers. If the fresh water is not available, areas become too dry and agriculture becomes too unproductive. Therefore, consumers and farmers are not happy and are not able to make a profit. And it's also a decline in food grains, and humans obviously depend on food, so there wouldn't be as much in the agricultural area. And lastly, another issue from this, which affects animals greatly, is habitat loss. Many animals depend on glaciers for survival, especially colder animals such as polar bears who depend on this. So the climate change harms these animals, and the shortage of food for survival also hurts them, because when the temperature rises, most of these animals start getting sick and the food's not as good and the animals die. Therefore, the polar bear, in this case, will not be able to eat as many fish because the temperature is changing. And also the destruction of habitats is also another negative effect towards losing glaciers. In this picture right here, the polar bear is sitting on just a slight sheet of ice here, which used to probably be a whole area of ice that used to call its home, but now they don't have a home because it's been destroyed because there's no glaciers anymore. In conclusion, glaciers are melting at a rapid rate, and there needs to be something done to protect our glaciers. It's very important to reduce global warming as much as we possibly can, to think about the humans and the animals that depend on these glaciers for survival. Humans and animals depend on these in the freshwater resource area, the agricultural resource area, and the habitat resource area, and these are all important. And this is why glaciers are extremely important to both humans and animals. Thank you very much, and here are my references.